Hello, I'm Barry Hochfelder, editor of Supply and Demand Chain Executive. Even with all the technology at hand, the lifeblood of our industry is the people, the practitioners and providers who make things happen. One of our most eagerly awaited issues, both by the team at Supply and Demand Chain Executive and our readers, is our Pros to Know. Each year it gets harder and harder to narrow down a final list. This year, our 13th annual, we whittled down 400 entries to our final selections. One thing that became very clear is that more women in supply chain have been cracking, if not totally shattering, the glass ceiling. This year, we're proud to name as our Supply Chain Pro of the Year Louise O'Sullivan, founder, president, and CEO of Prime Advantage. Her company is a 16-year-old buying consortium that helps mid-sized manufacturers achieve savings and form better relationships with suppliers. Prime Advantage serves more than 25 different industries, including truck and trailer, packaging, commercial food service, material handling, food processing, and construction. In the past decade, Prime Advantage paid more than $130 million in rebates and discounts to its manufacturers. Louise's commitment to and drive for supply chain excellence are among the reasons we've named her our Supply Chain Pro to Know of the Year for 2013. And now, here are the other honorees. Michael B. Lee, AirClick. Stephanie Miles, Amber Road. Robert Schechterly, Aravo Solutions. Gene Averill, Evercast LLC. Joe Averill, Evercast LLC. Douglas Kent, Avnet Velocity. Dan Pertel, BSI Professional Services. The Enterprises Technologies and Services Business Group at CACI. Matthew Morgan, Cecile Strait, William Hershey, Joseph Boyd, Shannon Metcalf, Robert Hurt, Paul Carey, Vish Varma, and Jim Stubblefield. Kurt Robinson, Choice Logistics, Scott Crutchfield, Crocs Inc., Stephen Wales, Decideware Inc., Bill Harrison, Demand Solutions, Steve Schumann, DG3, Mary Cleespies, DI Central, Tui Q Mai, DI Central, Pervez Qureshi, Epicor Software, Derek Smith, GHX, Chris S. Connor, High Tech Material Handling, Steve Doles, Inmar, Danny Halim, JDA Software Group, Kelly Thomas, JDA Software, Scott Welty, JDA Software, Ann Omrod, John Galt Solutions, James V. Kelly, JV Kelly Group, John W. Healy, Kelly Services, Bob Lucas, Kelly Services, Jennifer Spiker, Kelly Services Inc., Doug Bertram, Metafile Information Systems, Fred Minturn, MSX International, John Winsett, NPI, Alex Golou, PINC Solutions, Treadwell Davison, RailLink Corp., Sam Bethea, SDI, Carlos Tejas, Storeroom Solutions, Robert F. Byrne, Terra Technology, Frank McGuigan, Transplace, Mike Reagan, Transact Technologies, Rahul Ahuja, Treya Partners, and Mark Usha, Treyer Partners. We also selected our top 5 female pros to know. They are Mary Cleespies, DI Central, Ann Omrod, John Galt Solutions, Sharon Nelson, Plan for Demand Solutions, Rose Kelly Falls, Rapid Ratings, and Dawn Tiura Evans, Sourcing Interests Group. And now, more provider pros to know. Ty Bordner, Amber Road, Jim Pruninger, Amber Road, Ann Drake, DSC Logistics, Stephen Craig, Envista, Davison Shopmeyer, Envista, David Hale, E2 Open, Desikan Madhavanur, E2 Open, David Farmer, Fortna, Scott Miner, Fortna, Rich Seidel, Fortna. The IHS Government Aerospace and Defense DM-SMS team, Obsolescence Team at IHS Inc. They are Chuck Austin, Ross Byler, Bob Brosh, Rich Brittingham, Randy Butler, Kevin Hearn, Greg Jack Nunes, Rory King, Vicky Nauf, David Cole, Joe Marlino, Dave Martin, Deanna Mobley, Peter Morse, and Laura Woods. Tom Beatty of the Inside Sourcing Group, Brett Island, Inside Sourcing Group, Brian Haupt, Inside Sourcing Group, Jacob Wojcik, Inside Sourcing Group, Jarrett Lynch, Logfire, Diego Pantoya Navatas, Logfire, Mike McDonald, Prime Advantage, Dennis Toohey, Peridium, John Bovit, Resolink, Greg Silich, Resolink, Mark Davis, Safe Sourcing. Ryan Melowick, Safe Sourcing. Ronald D. Southard, Safe Sourcing. Debbie Wilcox, Safe Sourcing. Tony Harris, SAP. Dave Brooks, Software AG. Sean Riley, Software AG. Glenn Margolis, Steel Wedge Software. Additional provider pros to know include Ross Elliott, Excelos. Philip A. Marlowe, Acutive Solutions. William Michaels, ADR North America. Slava Oppel, Amazing Print Company. Dr. Oliver Hedgepath, American Public University. Tim Minahan, Ariba, an SAP company. Robert Steinberg, Ariba, an SAP company. Laura Rokel, Aspen Technology. Paul Garino, Axway. John Webster, Bassware. Chris Bohill, BizNet Solutions. Mark Kallman, BizSlate Inc. David Blinick, Blinko Systems. Chandler Hall, Bravo Solution. Sean Martin, Bravo Solution. Donald Rack, Bravo Solution. John Ryan Shaw, Bravo Solution. Kelly Barner, Buyers Meeting Point. Derek Morera, Sensio Consulting Group. Tom Blank, Chainalytics. Ron Lackey, Customs Info and Global Data Mining. Matt Gersper, Global Data Mining. Tori Scholl, Global Data Mining. Rob Atchin, CombinedNet. Steve Brook, CombinedNet. Brett Cornell, CombinedNet. Rich Wilson, CombinedNet. Robert Wiedemeyer, CAPS. Patrick Raymond, Corbis. Uni Vasudev, Corbis. David Clevenger, Corporate United. Jeff Silver, Coyote Logistics. Belinda Hess, CSX. Rick Burian, CVM Solutions. Alan C. Veck, Denali Sourcing. Ken Wood, Descartes Systems Group. Michael J. Aldani, DSSI. Rich Katz, Alemica. William Gindelsberger, eLinks. Jason Mathers, Environmental Defense Fund. David Ciroli, eProcurement Services. Chuck Barron, Fieldglass. Eric Clark, Forte. Jeff Ross, Forte. Matt Tormolin, FuelQuest. Andrea Costellas, Fulfillmed. VK Gopal Krishnan, Genpact. Suresh Iyer, Genpact. Dr. Richard Daw, Golden Gate University. Robert A. Rudsky, Graybeard Advisors. Nick Parnaby, GXS. Roger Layette, HICX Solutions. Konstantin Liberakis, HICX Solutions. Doug Markle, HICX Solutions. Gary Nemers, High Jump Software. Scott Frew, IASTA.com Inc. David Bush, IASTA. Marrera Broncos, IASTA. David Cravens, IASTA. Sean Delaney, IASTA. Chris Jasper, IASTA. Scott McBride, IASTA. Mark McCarrick, IASTA. Mike Pringle, IASTA. Jason Treda, IASTA. Greg LaQuinto, IBM. William Leedale, IFS North America. Michael A. Lyle, Infinity QS International. Dr. Jeff Karenbauer, Insight. Alan Drake, Integration Point. Lonnie Hawks, Integration Point. Ken Peters, Integration Point. Paul Krinks, International Asset Systems. Tim Cummins, International Association for Contract and Commercial Management. Scott Lewin, Invoice International. Christian Hutter, Junction Solutions. Amr Raymond, Kinaxis. Joe Flynn, Levante. Megan Polium, Liaison Technologies. John Ames, Lamasoft. Donald Hicks, Lamasoft. Mike Edenfield, Logility. The team at Logiserve, Gary A. Glish, Mike Beck, Tom Beck, Jerry Hahn, Fernando de Oliveira, and Marshall Pierce. Eddie Capel, Manhattan Associates. Ann Kohler, the Empower Group. Dalip Raheja, the Empower Group. Brian Peters, National Association of Electrical Distributors. Mark Bernstein, NGC Software. Gregory Brady, One Network Enterprises. Bernard Gunther, Opera Solutions. Brad Lillis, Pace Harmon. Christopher Stacy, Pace Harmon. John George, Plan for Demand Solutions. Andrew S. McCall, Plan for Demand Solutions. Martin Nels, Pool 4 Tool America. Matthias Gutzmann, Procurement Leaders Network. Chad Godesman, Procurian. Charles Clark, Rosslyn Analytics. Hugh Cox, Rosslyn Analytics. Jeff Sweetman, Rosslyn Analytics. Chris Merritt, Ryder System. Anand Iyer, Cirrus Corp. James A. Candilis, The Shelby Group. Henry Popewell, Skybits Inc. Omar Abdullah, The Smart Cube. Nelson Hartunian, Smart Software. William Dorn, Source One Management Services, LLC. Lindsay Fandozzi, Source One Management Services, LLC. Diego De La Garza, Source One Management Services. Joseph Payne, Source One Management Services. David Pastore, Source One Management Services. Jeff Felix, Sourcing Interest Group. John Haber, Spend Management Experts. Mohan Panandure, Sparta Systems. George Fowler, Spinnaker. Jeff Jorgensen, Spinnaker. John Sharkey, Spinnaker. Scott Bolduc, SPS Commerce. Jim Frome, SPS Commerce. Steve Murray, Supply Chain Visions. Joey Benedretti, Syspro USA. Rajesh Chandrasekhar, Tata Consulting Services. Gautam Sardar, Tata Consulting Services. Jacqueline E. Bailey, Title VII. Dan Avila, Tompkins International. Sean Feeney, Trade Card. Brian Pavlovich, Trade Extensions, LLC. Steve Zimmerman, TZA. Charlie Zosel, TZA. Ron Kubera, Vocalect of Intermec Inc. Paul Lahman, W&H Systems. And now our practitioner pros to know. The team from Adventist Healthcare. They are Celeste West, Carol Owens, and Derek Stewart. Martin G. Van Triest, Amgen. Shekhar Natarajan, Anheuser-Busch. Rob Van Etten, Brighton Cromwell. Patrick Bauer, Comb Inc. Jessica Sanchez, C.R. Bart. Brad Tallman, Cisco Systems. Christopher Irion, eCycle LLC. John P. Willey, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Jim McCarthy, Equifax. Ray Fattori, First Group America. Mike Oswald, Fluor. Paul L. Romano, Fusion Worldwide. Tunir Chatterjee, GEP. The team from Hennepin County Medical Center. They are Matthew Werder, Jess Becker, Doug Lowe, Yogi Onisware, and Tom Stang. The team from Honeywell Aerospace. They are Jeffrey Winsel, Khalid Amir, Jeremy Bache, Eric Klepper, Cassandra Fleetwood, Jeanette Klebeneau, and Steve Lenso. The team from Industrial Scientific. They are Michael Evans, Chris Allen, Tim Davis, Tony Dunn, Mark Hamilton, Kelly Pinkley, Evelyn Rivera, Shelley Schaff, Surendra Sharma, Linda Shee, and Tracy True. Han Cliftonveld, Ingredion. Zach Parham, J&P Cycles. Keith Nash, Lennox International. Brian Leinbach, Macy's. Paul Johnson, Momentive Specialty Chemicals. Stephen M. Foster, NASA. The team from Nokia Siemens Networks. They are Pramod Singhai, Pia Algren, Andres Bodori, Oliver Coughlin, Siddhartha Ghosh, Navneet Kumar, and Prashant Singh. David Abelo, Patagonia. Navin Lal, SCA Hygiene Australasia. Brian Daniels, SideQuest. Tom Russell, SideQuest. Maurice Savigny, SideQuest. David Noble, Sigrid. David Sterling, Sterling Solutions LLC. Patty Vora, TELUS. The team from Trident Technical Corp. They are Wallace Shellhouse and Lee Shellhouse. Eric Olson, Under Armour Inc. Frank Corris, Westinghouse Electric Company.